Hi, this is Dr. Vetere, and this is a special message for my pastor friends. I believe that we're on the precipice of possibly the next great revival. Even in the midst of this global pandemic, even in the midst where fear has gripped the world, I think we have an unbelievable opportunity to witness the gospel of Jesus Christ. Now, the fear factor that has run over our country and around the world is getting worse and worse. And the older people are and the more underlying sicknesses they may have, and I see this all the time in my practice, the more fearful people become. And what I also notice is this, is the more fear we have, the more we're willing to just give up control. And when I mean give up control, that means whatever the government says, whatever the pharmaceutical companies say, that's what we do. But what we forget is this, is that our body is a self-healing mechanism, that God designed our body with a magnificent immune system. And if we work with our God-given immunity and we maximize it, we will give our body the best chance of fighting this disease and any disease to come. You see, I don't think the fear is going to be eased by some, mandated, untested, geopolitical vaccine. I don't think that's the answer. I think the answer is the more we can learn about how our body works and the more what we could do to improve our overall wellness, the better chance we have of being healthy. Now, I also believe that the church should be right smack in the middle of this whole natural health and wellness movement. And you may say, what does the church have to do with the health business? Well, let's think about this. Jesus proved in his ministry that people were overwhelmingly hungry to be healed, overwhelmingly ambitious to try to regain their health. And he did it for one reason, to grab their attention and to give them the message of the kingdom. And we could do the same thing if the church provides the resources for people to get well, especially in the natural realm. Not in the pharmaceutical world, because that's all to the medical world and the drugs and that whole industry. But what the church has to focus on is this, is that God gave us a body that heals from the inside out. Listen, you can't change your age, you can't change your genetics, but you can change your lifestyle habits. And if people learn to change their lifestyle habits, they have an increased chance of being well. Now, for many years, I've been doing workshops all over New York City, across the country, and I've taught tens of thousands of people in my office over the last 35 years and at so many workshops and conferences that I have done, teaching people the power of natural wellness, how we can take care of ourselves. And I've been sharing it primarily in the churches. And the opportunity that is out there now, if we could teach the people and start from the church first, teach the people in the church that God has created in their body the ability to get well. And not only in the church, but starting from the leadership down, that pastors have to embrace the concept of getting well. You cannot be the picture of unhealth standing up at the pulpit. I mean, I don't want to be critical or put judgment upon people, but what happens is if we start from the leadership and trickle it down to the congregation, then the church will be the resource that people would look for. And that leads me to the second point, that if we teach people the principles of natural health and wellness, and this in the same model of Jesus, and I've done this hundreds and hundreds of times, where I've taught a message about health, about natural solutions to get well. But at the end of the workshop, what I not only offered them was the resources to get healthy, but I also offered them the resource to give their life to Christ, to receive a salvation. It goes hand in hand. If you can believe me on what you need to do to get well physically, then I'm going to convince them also what they need to do to get well spiritually. Now, starting in May, I'm going to blast the internet, flood it with a message on how to maximize your God-given immunity. And at the end of each one of these messages, be it in a Facebook Live or a YouTube presentation or whatever the venue may be, I'm going to give people an opportunity to get my resources. But I'm also going to speak to them about accepting Christ. But now I need a place to put this person. I'll be responsible for helping them with their wellness decisions, but I need to plug them into ministries. And if you help me with this project, and All I'm asking for you to do is to partner with me to the point of spreading this message, to take this message and spread it into your church, to spread it to your people in the congregation, to put it on your Facebook page, to promote it on Instagram, and have the people in your church also promote this message out there. Because the more people that hear the message that God is still in the healing business, that God has put a functioning immune system in our body, and if we work on maximizing it, we have our best chance of being well. The more people hear that message, and then the message ends with a call to accept Christ, I'm telling you, this could be powerful. So I need churches to help me spread this word. And when people contact me about information, I will forward that information on to you. People need to be plugged into church, and I don't think that this online ministry is going to last forever as a primary source. People will get back to church, but people will also stay online. So I need you to help me spread the word, and I need you to be a resource for the people that come through this message, okay? So I'm Dr. Vetere. I'm here to help. You could visit my website or follow the information at the bottom of this message and contact me if you're interested in partnering with me for this project. Here to maximize people's God-given immunity and give them the message of the gospel at the same time. Okay? Amen? And I hope to hear from you soon. God bless.